Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today we got a little late night, early morning edition, you guys, because I have to update you guys on something that I've stumbled upon regarding an update to the Love and Marriage Huntsville ratings, and it can explain why there's been so much chaos and random hiatuses, random breaks, random finales, and all of these things, and we're going to talk about it. So, what has happened now, right? So, remember for several weeks, you guys, TVDs has not been reporting on the ratings of Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? And I know that there had been some people, whether it's subscribers, whether it's various people, right, who have reached out to TVDs in their Q&As asking where the Love and Marriage Huntsville ratings are, right? And it was crickets, right? But out of the blue, they did a sneak update on us, you guys. And not only have the updates for the last couple of episodes, which we, of course, chronicled and documented, but there is something peculiar and interesting that we need to discuss regarding the July 20th episode, you guys, for episode 12, right? Remember that? Remember we were begging for those ratings and they were nowhere to be found? Well, it looks like TVDs found an answer as to why. So let's get into it. So it says the following. It says that it did not rate in the top 70 cable shows, you guys. So this is big because usually for the cable ratings, it's usually like the top 150 shows altogether. Sometimes I think it can even go upwards of that. But that is telling me that this couldn't even make the cut of the 150 plus cable TV shows that were airing on a Saturday night, couldn't even register a decent amount of a rating to even be reported, to even make the list. Meanwhile, Carlos King was having the audacity the last time the ratings was saying it was a season low, a series low, tried to put out that nonsense article, you guys, claiming that the ratings were the highest it ever had been for Love and Marriage Huntsville with a 1.3 million linear ratings. Meanwhile, we have a receipt that the July 20th episode, you guys, couldn't even register on the list of the 150 plus cable TV shows, including 70 cable specific programming, you guys. This is bad. This is very, very, very bad. And remember, the show took a brief, break after that. It was like crisis and damage control, right? And then we had just another break this past week, right? There was supposed to be a new episode last night, and that didn't, or a couple of nights ago, and that didn't happen. So I think now, literally, it is crisis mode at the O Network, in particular, as it pertains to Love and Marriage Huntsville, because here's the thing, you guys, even Carlos King doesn't know what's going on, right? Normally, we would have a set schedule of, whatever group of episodes we're going to get for the first half of season A of whatever season, right? Part A of whatever season. And then we get the little hiatus. And then we get, part B of whatever season, right? And it takes us right to the reunion and everything else, right? But this season has been so convoluted. This is what, the second or third break? And we're about to go on another break as well after what I presume is supposed to be the quote-unquote season finale this Saturday. But it's very suspicious, you guys. It's giving series finale or a long hiatus like what happened with Love and Marriage DC. Remember, they were gone for almost 2 years. And they were calling and texting Carlos King and begging to find out when the show was going to come back. And he claimed he had no idea. Oh, no.
And remember, they said they felt a certain type of way. They felt like redheaded stepchilds compared to Love and Marriage Huntsville because they were receiving the mute challenge from Carlos King, only for Carlos King to act like this was all a family and his long lost relatives the moment the show came back on the air. No. So I definitely think something major is going down, you guys, because the severe dip in these ratings isn't it. And, trying to cover it up. This is what I said. All of these people that want to prophesize all of these ridiculous rumors, you guys, that never pan out to be true, by the way, but want to stir drama, want to stir, all of this controversy and negativity and all these things amongst people. And you never want to report on the actual facts that have actual statistical data to back it up. Do you ever notice that, you guys? The same people that want people to move on from certain things, that want people not to discuss certain things or discuss certain people, they're not discussing the ratings. Do you notice that? They're never talking about how awful the ratings are, regardless of who your fave is or isn't on the show. Which is very concerning and alarming, right? Because that would be something, as somebody who is reporting on the show and is reporting on things that are going on and off the show, is a critical point to whether or not the show is going to continue. Is critical to whether or not the show can succeed. And you would think with a girls' trip that would be an automatic 2 to 3 episodes back to back, like most normal cast trips are on these reality TV shows. But they said, no. We still got to put the kibosh on this because this couldn't even crack 300,000 viewers. So definitely something is going on, you guys. Something is going on, and these abrupt changes to the schedule, these additional hiatuses that are abnormal for this show in particular, isn't acting up at all. The math is not mathing at all, and I think something major is about to go down, whether it is, with this current season finale that's allegedly supposed to be this Saturday, or after the next hiatus, or after the next season finale / reunion episode. Something's brewing. Something absolutely is brewing, and it is going to be very interesting as well to see how much they pivot from the mid-season trailer that they gave us and what narrative they're going to push, right? Because there's already weird rumors being pushed as of now because people are upset that Mel does not want to show her personal life anymore, and they leave out the portion of her personal life involving her kids is thanks to Martell. That was due to Martell requesting the courts for the kids not to be shown on camera anymore, not realizing that was going to hinder his availability to be on several episodes and things on the show. And then the audacity to say that the reason other people don't want to show their kids on the show is because people are mean to the kids, but nobody's mean to anybody's kids but the Holt kids. That's what sparked all the chaos. Was the discourse on how long the kid's hair was, who had edges, who didn't, all of these things. That is what lit all of this up. But now everyone's on their moral high ground, you guys. So many people have amnesia as to what has started this all. And when people respond and when people defend themselves, now it's an issue. And when people call out, this is not normal, something is wrong, people want to misdirect you. People want to misdirect you and give you 10 other possible rumors going on that still have no receipts to back it up. But how can you tell the truth and you can't produce a receipt of something to back up said truth? So it's basically hearsay. Well, any of us can do content that's based off of hearsay. In fact, many people do. But, for the most part, people are giving their opinion on it or saying, hey, I don't know whether or not it's true. But people are trying to use this as a new tactic to say, hey, I'm giving nothing but facts, but you can't even report on the ratings. You can't even talk about the decline of the actual show. But you have no problem getting into other mess or getting into other things that are not verified to be true. In case you guys have forgot, the cast has 8 off of the Mel and Tel drama for 8 seasons, you guys. But you feel so entitled to Mel. And it's so funny because it's not even coming from her fans or her supporters or the Mel meters. It's coming from the people who don't even like her, that saw her for several seasons get humiliated and embarrassed and, verbally attacked by her ex-husband. And you guys are calling it true love and that they should have stayed together and that, all of these things. Meanwhile, there was an unhinged side chick who couldn't stay quiet, who couldn't shut her mouth until recently. And there's been rumors for how many seasons now that she was going to be on the show? You mean the same show that, when she did an interview with Tasha K, she called your faves, the Scotts, cheating and alleging them cheating with linebackers, and that they were with Martell, and that she was the one taking the pictures in Atlanta? That's who you want on the show? Because Mel's not going to give her any time of day. And we seem to forget the interview that Carlos King did with some of the cast, in which it was asked about, how certain people can come on the show, even though it partially was a lie by having the other Scott brother randomly come on as an ambush to Mel's Mama Van. But that's another conversation. But basically said, for certain people to be on the show, the cast would have to be in agreement on it. And that, in particular, the core 6 would have to be in agreement of it. So that tells me right then and there, did you guys all agree for Stormy to be on the show? Were you guys in all agreement for Destiny to come back on the show, or was it a majority decision? How did all of this come to be, Carlos? Who authorized Trisha and Ken to be on the show and nobody knew anything about them? And nobody apparently knew she was even married. Who did the vetting? But I'm saying all of this for a reason, you guys, because all of these things that keep getting thrown against the wall and are not sticking it's a severe fluctuation in the ratings of the show. But for it to not even crack the register, you guys, for it to not even crack the top 150 shows on cable on a Saturday night, no. OWN's got to be concerned. Advertisers got to be concerned. There has to have had at least one come to Jesus meeting on what this future of the show looks like. And then we have Stormy, who's upset. Now, all of a sudden, with production, she was willing to be the production's, doing the dirty work, doing the instigating, getting involved in everyone else's storylines and pretending she's clueless and Stevie Wonder to all of the drama, you guys. Only to realize it was going to phase out her storyline. Only to realize it was going to make her seem like she was completely invisible on the show, you guys. Because she said that basically her and her family flew down as well for this girls' trip, and she stayed at a hotel with them, you guys. But it's just very weird. And didn't she stay at a hotel too in Houston? See, this is the thing, you guys, and I think the rest of the cast is realizing this, which is why now all of a sudden they're quote-unquote turning on Martell. You had no problem doing the production's bidding when you thought it was going to get certain people kicked off the show, or when you thought it was going to lead to success for you and getting a potential spin-off. But really all it's amounted to is you guys have all in one way or the other have been able to bring on a family member, at least an additional family member, or some other type of real friend, or heck, even hook up your friend getting on another spin-off show. But what has it done for you specifically? Where is your spinoff? Where is your camera time? Where is your storyline after doing all of the production dirty work and all of the production instigating just to get a viral clip, just to get a messy scene? And so I think slowly these other cast members have realized that Carlos King has played them. And that the promises that Carlos King made to them did not come to fruition. Remember, Phonics Unhooked and her family was supposed to allegedly get a spinoff. Remember, allegedly the whole Scott family was supposed to get a spinoff. And then there was rumors that the Fletchers are going to get a spinoff. And there's been rumors for several seasons in regards to Martel's side chick that she was going to be on the show. Right? And now the latest rumors they're going to be on the Bell Collective. And now the latest rumors that they're getting their own spinoff, you guys. Like, it's nonstop. But again, it's more of throwing anything at the wall to see what sticks. And we sit around and we wait for this big announcement, for this big spinoff to come, or this big cast member to come to shake the table. And it is crickets, you guys. It is crickets. But for some reason, those people do not get it called out. And these are people who do not like Mel. But do not get called out for spreading fake news, but do not want to talk about the fact that the ratings are so horrible, it's not even registering. And convenient that this comes out now as we head into the season finale, which we presume is going to be the next part of the girls' trip that we were supposed to see a few days ago. But the math is not mathing with all of these shenanigans and all of these games that are being played and all of these levels of delusion that's taking place right now. Something bad is going on. Something is brewing that is major that is going on, and we need to be paying attention to it instead of getting distracted by foolishness. And getting distracted by fake news, you guys, with zero receipts, with zero documents, with zero anything to validate it, right? But if you're somebody that is sick of a certain cast member or you don't like a certain cast member, you're not going to question it. You're not going to critically think, well, if all of this stuff is going down, why hasn't X, Y, and Z happened? And how are you going to bait and play with YouTubers and content creators with baiting them on fake news when your whole existence is wanting to be seen and wanting attention from the people? Can you make it make sense? And you telling the people directly how often you were going to get on social media. No. You can't do a 180 now when there's backlash. And the lies that are being told about this Dominican Republic trip in this resort is laughable in itself. But even with all of this happening, you guys, it still doesn't erase the fact that this show is in severe trouble. And I'm wondering if we're even going to see these alleged additional 15 episodes. Or if there's going to be a million hiatuses in between that as well, depending on how the ratings go. If they decide to just announce an indefinite hiatus, if the ratings don't come back to where they want it to be, if they can't sustain even a 250,000 viewership. So this is going to be very interesting because outside of the reunion episodes, I don't see where these ratings are going to recover, you guys. Some people, obviously, we get more viewership on the episodes that people know they're guaranteed to see Mel, even if it's for one scene. But any other preview that doesn't feature Mel, that indicates Mel's not going to be in the episode, it's the lowest rated episode ever. It's the lowest rating. It's so low, it can't even crack the register. It can't even be released as any data because there's no data to be found to make the cut. Make it make sense. But these are the same people that want to gaslight you, that want to insult your intelligence, that want to make it seem as though you're making up stories when the receipt is right in front of you that the show is in trouble. So this isn't, rocket science, people. There's a real problem here. And these random hiatuses that are not matching with what is on the actual TV guide schedule of when new episodes are supposed to air is not matching what Carlos King is saying usually on his Messy Monday shows of when the shows are taking hiatuses and coming back. And we have more tomfoolery. But now we know for sure, which we knew when the ratings were, in that 170,000 boat. We knew that something bigger was happening, and it also can explain as to why there are no reported ratings for that other new show Carlos King has on OWN. Because it's not cracking the register, you guys. It is so low, it's not even cracking the register, which is embarrassing because even Bold and Bougie on the We Network was even registering views. But for this to not even register viewership at all, to have ratings not even to be high enough, it was that embarrassing that reruns, I'm sure, of shows that came on 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago are outperforming Love and Marriage Huntsville is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And that July 20th episode, you can't blame football, you can't blame preseason anything, you can't blame the Olympics, you guys. You can't blame any of it. You can't blame a holiday. You can't blame any of it. You can't blame the NBA. You can't blame any of it, you guys, other than yourself for running the show into the ground with the tactics that you clearly have not learned from to come into a new network and try to make this last. You have shows on Bravo. You came from Bravo that have shows going on nearly 20 seasons of reality TV, which most reality TV is lucky to make it a few seasons. Heck, most are lucky to even make it one season. But this is the thanks people get? No. This is major, you guys. For the ratings to not even register and to keep it hidden this long, you guys, very, very suspect behavior. Because if this would have came out at the time that following week, you guys, it could have impacted negatively any meetings with executives at OWN. So perhaps that time was damage control to try to work something out, to try to salvage the show. And now we can see why all of this erratic schedule changes is happening in real time, because Carlos King is actively trying to reproduce a show that has already been filmed and is still filming to try to change the focus to appease the network and advertisers. And it's possibly too little too late, you guys. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.